right? She would be the last person to know that you're in danger, right? The only time she would know you're in danger is when it's too late, when that bottle's already flying across the room, or when someone shouts out nigger. That's the only time she's gonna figure it out. If you take, well, look, I don't feel comfortable here. I want to leave.
Alright folks, how's everyone doing? It's Richie Rich back yet again, and in this video folks, we're going to be taking a look at him is Ron Sampson, hailed him back from the UK, and the video is the downsides of interracial dating in the UK. Before we go into this video, I'm going to need you guys and girls, I didn't forget you girls, to go check me out on Instagram. You know, check me out on Instagram. I do posts on travel, I do posts on motivation, and I do post about, like, you know, getting your paper right, you know, and making sure to update that wallet. So definitely check that out. You know, you can definitely send me any requests for any videos that you would like to see. So like, yeah, you know, Ron Sampson, I did like come across his videos when I was watching King Richard's. You know, I used to watch his videos, like, especially, you know, even before I came, you know, to Mexico, I used to watch King Richard's video a lot, and I saw his video from, you know, doing to response to him, and now I'm responding to him. You know, funny how that works, you know. But I've seen his videos talk about, like, you know, the struggle of, like, what I've spoken about, like, you know, the squeaky clean black dude, you know, the one who isn't the Tyrone, the ones who isn't like dropping these mixtape or rap CDs, you know, the honorable kind of black dude. You know, I saw that through his videos, you know, and, you know, he's made videos in the past talking about, like, you know, the interracial dating, you know, and the kind of like effects he's had dating black women, you know. So it was this video that really you know, spoke to me, you know, because he's dated all around, and he said pretty much, like, you know, what's the, you know, some of like the bad, like, you know, habits, you know, black women can have, about, you know, how it was for me. My goal, you know, even when I was in like my teens and, you know, 20s in United Kingdom, it was to leave. Full stop, close the bank, you know, just end everything. That was my whole goal. So I wasn't focused on having a relationship or, you know, having a family in United Kingdom. That was never my goal. It's my personality does not suit a place like UK. That's why I left. And, you know, now almost heading to a year now, you know, in Mexico, and I was living in Canada before here. But what the point is, like, with me, I never stayed in relationships too long in UK because I knew, like, this is not what I wanted, you know. But I know, like, a guy like him, as he says, you know, he's pretty much born there, lived there. You know, he's got his relationships and he has like his, you know, children there. The relationships what I had in UK, like, you know, you're a black dude. Ideally, you want to have in a black woman. I will honestly be real about, you know, if you see my videos and that, you know, I come from. You know, I don't know if it's even bad saying you're a nerd now in 2022, but like back then, like in the, you know, late 90s and early 2000s, it was very bad for your reputation to say, hey, I like Dragon Ball Z, hey, I like WWE, hey, I like Pokemon. It was so a bad stigma to have with you to be say like you're equated to that, you know. So because of that, most of the chicks like I wanted, they were very out of my reach. You understand? You know, they were like, you know, he likes that, you know. So majority of the black girls, especially like in my classes, you know, even when I was seeing functions, family functions in that Sierra Leone community, they didn't really want nothing to do with me. Even though I was an athletic dude, you know, I was on the school football team. You know, I also represented the school for, like, you know, track athletics. You know, just because I was with that, I was still a nerd. You know, so it was a very difficult, especially for me, to be like, let me kind of force myself, even when I was at that age, you know, forcing myself to like this kind of woman, even though we share nothing in common. Most of our conversations are going to be dull. They don't like what you like. You know, you can have some differences in that, but it's just completely opposite. I had a big problem. And I remember the story, you know, like, this is when I was 16, you know, like my, like, early years in college. One girl I actually clicked with and was cool with, You know, she was actually came from an Asian background, so she was Indian. You know, we were actually like, you know, together, you know, we were like an item. And when I was with her, I sensed no problems, like, you know, expressing, you know, like I like this, you know, I got my goals to, you know, leave UK and become where I am now, you know. So she was someone who listened, you know, but she was an Indian girl, but she was very like dipped into like the black culture, you know. She liked the black music, she liked like the comedy, you know, the slang and that. She was one of those, you know. So I was with her, but the issue when I was with her was I could see the stares I would get. You know, again, this is back in like the early 2000s. You know, it was so uncommon especially in early 2000s, for that, like, you know, you're a black guy, you should be with a black woman. When you're an Indian girl, you should be with an Indian guy. And to see that at that time, it was so uncommon. And the looks I would get then, I still can feel that. Especially in London, there is more population than actual space. So everyone is like this, you know, in your face. You know, especially when I was in London, you'll bump into kind of the same person like 3 or 4 times in the same day. So I remember being with that Indian chick. It's like sometimes it's like I had to kind of play it off like, we're just friends, we're just amigos, you know, because it was shunned upon. But then I keep on going to that point of like, if these black girls are not putting in, showing kind of play your way, you know, do you wait around forever? You know, I'm asking you lot, do you wait around forever, or do you go to this chick who again doesn't have the same skin color in you, but you bond? You know, that was the questions I used to ask back then, you know, when I was in my teens. You know, it's like I finally found the answer to it today, but like back then it was just confusion. Because this girl was an Asian girl. I could have only imagined if this was like a white chick, you know. They'll usually try to keep that secret, you know, because especially for the Asian, like from what I experienced when I was with that girl, with the culture, it's really shunned down. You know, they don't have this kind of leniency that the black people have of like, you know, if someone comes in as a different race, they're more accepting. You know, in the Asian one, it's like, you know, we did not come here, you know, from our country to come to this, like, you know, if you want to say first world country, for you to waste your time with someone who's beneath. It's this like kind of down low thing. There was even one like story that came that there was a chef, big chef, like she's from the United Kingdom. She also was a supermodel. You know, she was modeling the time with like Naomi Campbell and Kate Moss. Her name's Lauren Pascal. Where the story relates is, you know, she was like this big television chef. You know, one time she was just out going to a pub. You know, I'm not sure if this was in London or it just may have been on the outside. She actually went there, and the barman who was at the pub, she walks in, she's the only black person in the vicinity, and the bar, she goes like, you know, we don't serve like, you know, the N-words, you know, we don't serve these like, you know, black people here. And then I think after he kind of joked that tongue-in-cheek, he said, but I'll serve you because my wife watches you. You know, just that point blank, you know. And that's something definitely, especially in the early 2000s, you know, I'm just gonna keep it real, that there was just that point blank racism. And the worst thing is, like, that girl who went into that bar, just minding her own business, she just went into that pub, as they call it there, you know, disrespected like that. And just imagine if her partner, who possibly was, you know, a white guy, who then open kind of racism of just like, if they're not really saying the N-word, way they speak, to kind of remember that, like, you know, you are a peg down and I am here. You know, that's one thing I always felt, you know. I always identify with Sierra Leone, because even though I was born there, I know 100% I am, you know, black, I'm an African. Sometimes just be the biggest, you know, struggle and the downside is, it's just sometimes the confusion. Like, in all occasions, there is in some occasions where you can go with these girls outside of your race, get less problems, less stress. I got out. I wasn't one of those guys who'd be like, this country sucks, it's trash, and I still go to work every day at Tesco in that place. I wasn't that dude. I realized, you know, what this place is, and I got the heck out. You know, so it's like I can talk way more objectively about that. But I know there's people who are there, you know, struggling with the whole kind of like, you know, want to really date who they want, but it's not available, or it's like they go to somewhere else, but it may not be socially accepted, you know. So guys, man, let me know what you lot think about this, you know what I mean, any specific stories, or, you know, it could just be like, you know, not even just interracially dating in UK, but, you know, just sometimes the struggles of, like, you know, maybe going to a family that's traditional and you're the elephant in the room, you know. Let me know all about that in the comment section. You know, I will put Ron Sampson's video in below. So yeah, guys, man, thanks for watching this video. As I said, I'm on Instagram, you know, definitely, you know, hit a brother up. You know, I would love to, you know, hear any of your thoughts and ideas, you know, about this video, you know. So yeah, stay tuned for more upcoming videos, which, trust me, which will be coming very soon. And you know what it is, it's that time to update your wallet.